How's that? My glasses are awful today. And very dirty. You guys ready? Got our coffee? Hello, and welcome to episode 12 of the Once Upon a Corgi podcast. I'm Gabby, I'll be your host, and we are joined today by Iron, one of our corgis, and Audrey, who's sniffing a garbage bag right now. We are a crafty puppy life podcast coming to you from Southern Connecticut. Oh, there she is. You say hi, Audrey? No, I wanna. I just want to say a giant thank you to all returning viewers and a giant hello, and thank you so much for checking us out to all new viewers. I always forget to do this at the beginning of the podcast, and then at the end I remember and try to throw it in. And I apologize for my classes this week. I don't know what's happening. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Gabigales, Ravelry, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and that's about it. I have a shop on Etsy where I sell my yarn and project bags sometimes at uponacorgi.etsy.com. And I think that's it for introductions. Yeah. I don't really have a lot of administrative stuff this week. I did send out the Gigundo Swance Challenge last weekend, so that should be arriving soon to its recipient. I do have a... do I have a giveaway? I'm gonna have a giveaway going up soon. I was talking to Michael from the Coffee Penguin Clutch podcast, and he oh so kindly gifted me a pattern that he just finished designing for a pair of fingerless mitts, and he said that if I would like one for the podcast, he would gift that. So I think once I get there's another prize that may be on its way, so I think I'm going to put those together into a little package because it would be the perfect pairing. So we're going to hold off on that, but it's coming. Maybe next podcast. Yeah, my show notes are over here, so if I keep looking over here, that's it. It is Sunday, April 17th. It's pretty early in the morning. It's before 9 a.m., so if I seem a little out of it, this is my first cup of coffee of the day, and it's in my giant BB-8 mug that holds about 3 physical cups of coffee. So, attack. Yeah, I'm going to do my recommendations at the beginning so I don't forget, and this week's theme is accents. I seem to keep having these theme things. Everyone has been talking about them, and there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't go and at least check them out. They are definitely now in my rotation of podcasts, and that is the Charlottes. So you have Charlotte Knits she's from Glasgow, Scotland, and she's about 4 episodes in, I want to say, and she's just the cutest thing ever. I know she's not physically tiny, like she's like 5'10", I think she said she was. But she's so adorable, I just want to put her in my pocket, even though I know there's no way, she's taller than I am, so there's no way I can put her in my pocket, but I just love her style, and like her projects that are coming out, I just love it, and her accent. I have a weakness for Scottish accents, so, oops. But you should definitely go check her out. I think she's a fantastic listen and a great watch. And the next Charlotte is, as one could guess, Charlotte and Gus, who is a French podcast in English from Paris. And her aesthetic is what I want my aesthetic to be. And I'm just in love with all the projects she does and just how she approaches all of her knitting and her colors. And my glasses are terrible. Like, can you see? You can see the reflection of my curtains. What if I do this? No, then I can't see myself. I have sleepy seeds all up in my eyeballs. Ugh. This is good podcasting, right? Alright. You know, my hair's all messed up. Whatever. So, yes, Charlotte Knits and Charlotte and Gus. Go check them out. If you haven't, you should. Well worth the watch. And they're, I think Charlotte and Gus has 10 episodes, so it's a really good binge watch, too. You could probably finish both of them in a day, depending on how determined you are. So, go check them out. Oh, I forgot to grab my finished object. We're gonna do finished objects, works in progress, spinning, sewing, stash building, SCA, and then go on from there. So I'm gonna go grab my finished objects and meet you back here in 2 seconds. And before I forget, I am wearing my Over the Sea to Sky shawl, and that is knit out of, I'm trying to get it because there's mesh and eyelets. It's knit out of Wonderland yarns, and they're Too Much Pepper colorway, and I will put a link to the pattern. I forget who designed it, but it was a very easy knit, and it fulfilled my need for Droughtlander. Surprise! So, we have one finished object this week, and it's our Fine and Dandy socks, and you can see the stitch marker, so we're going to turn that around. Ta-da! And this is knit out of, the main body is My Cold Dead Heart that I dyed up, and then the heels are Malabrigo Rios in the April colorway. So, and that is by Jess from the Sweater Co. And I'm doing it for the Fine and Dandy Cal, hosted by Jacqueline from the Brooklyn Knit Folk and Amber from the Yarn Junkie podcast. And I am in love with how they turned out. I'm gonna go back and redo at least this toe because it just looks weird. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go back, pick up some stitches, and make the toe smaller because they do fit my feet, but Abby, who is receiving these socks, has a little bit smaller feet than I do. So I think I'm just gonna pick up stitches on the toe, cut them open, and then just Kitchener stitch them closed, just a little bit smaller. So this one came out a lot better. The second one. I cast on more stitches at the beginning, so I think I might leave this one. I might just fix this one. But they're done. And they're beautiful. And once I figured out the crochet hook thing for the flowers, they flew by. I think I knit this one in about half the time as the first one. So, and then there's the base, so you can kind of see the colors, and I'm just in love with how the colors knit up in this yarn. I'm so happy with it. So yeah, that's our one finished object for the week, and they're beautiful, and I really want to keep them, but I'm not gonna. So, and I did a 2x2 twisted rib with Jenny's super stretchy bind off. Alright, I don't know what's going on with my phone, but I just accidentally deleted that whole section. So we're going to start over with works in progress from the beginning. So as one knows, Outlander is back. So what must be done is you knit a pair of Outlander socks to go with it. Duh. I didn't work on these last night because I was like half asleep while watching it, so I had to watch it a couple times just to make sure I got everything. But they are Scottish inspiration out of Biscotti yarns. Self-striping colorway I got at Vogue Knitting Live, and the heel, I'm going to do a heel flap and then a double gusset decrease, and the heel is just random Maybe Patton's Croy I stole from Adrian because I didn't knit on it from when I showed you last time, and then I furiously knit the whole leg during the premiere episode of season 2 of Outlander, which if you want to watch it, do it. It's so good so far. This past episode was a little bit more of a transition episode, so it was a little bit slower, I think. But it did introduce a lot of the characters. Not the way I wished that they introduced one of them, but I understand. We can't all get it directly from the book, but it was a very good this is what's about to happen kind of thing, and like setting the mood for a lot of new characters. So I'm so excited for it. So I am, let's talk about the knitting, not the Outlander. They are on US size 1's DPNs, the Dreams by Knitter's Pride, also Rosewood. I'm in love with them. And I've got my little snitch progress keeper chilling with me, and they are just so soft, and I'm in love with these colors, and I can't wait to get through the heel so I can get back to playing with the colors. I have a completely different ball of yarn for the next heel because Adrian only had the one, but they're both black, so I'm not too worried about it. They're gonna be for me. So, and I did let's give you information. I just keep thinking about Outlander. I did a 72 stitch cuff, and then decreased. I don't know if you can see it. Not really. I decreased to 64, realized I decreased too much, and then increased to 68. So it's a 68 stitch sock on US size 1s, which I think is about the right width for apparently my massive calves. Or my very tight knitting. Your choice. So I'm going to finish the heel before next week so then I can just zoom through them during Outlander, because I have a feeling I'm going to start wanting to, I don't want to have to count and pay attention while I'm watching that show. So, and this is in my Good to Be a Girl project bag with my angry knitty ladies. I love this bag. It's the perfect walk around and knit sock bag, because it just, and it like fits all the way up my arm too, so. Alright, I don't know what's going on with my phone, but speaking of butthead, so going backwards, our other work in progress, sort of. Everything's in a weird like hiatus in my brain. So this is the Little Brown Cardi by O Wool, and I will put the real designer's name in the show notes. And I am knitting this out of O Wool's Legacy DK in the Lake Erie colorway. And the burrito is where I left off last week, so I've got about ½ an inch until I separate for the armholes. So it's chugging along. It's not very exciting because it's a lot of stockinette and flat, so it's slow but steady progress. I'm just loving the yarn more than anything, and I'm knitting this on US size 5s, my Knitter's Pride Dreams Interchangeables, and yeah, I just talked about this for like three times because my phone keeps acting up, so sorry if I seem distracted about it. It's a lot of apologies today. It's turning out beautifully. It's going to be very warm, and I'm super excited to wear it, even though we are slowly getting into spring finally, hopefully, fingers crossed. Knock on wood a little bit. So I'm hoping to get this done by the end of May. So once I get to the sleeves, I think it's just gonna fly right by. And then our next work in progress, before we were so rudely interrupted, is the Luca Shawl by Jared Flood, and I'm hosting a knit along with this with Denise from the Yarn Geek and Carlene from the Made with Carlene, her G podcast, and it is slow but steady, tiny progress. There we go. It kind of looks like a hat right now, but it's got over 500 stitches on the needles at the moment, so it's taking me a long time to get through each row. Try and get some lace up there for you. And I'm in, I think I have one more row, and then I start the last chart, and then I think I have one more increase set, and then I start the border. So it's getting there. It's slow, but it's going. Yeah, I don't really know how to like show this to you. I can wear it like a hat, I guess. It's beautiful. I'm so tired. Alright, so, and I'm knitting this on US size 3 Addy Turbo lace, and these are the most beautiful needles I've ever knit with. They're so smooth, and they're sharp, but not puncture sharp. I love them. I think I knit on this the most just because I want to play with the needles. So, am I in the middle? I'm also in the middle of a row. Oh man, I have to stop doing that. Yeah, it's turning out really well. I'm excited to wear it. I'm definitely going to have this done for the wedding, and if I just dedicate, I think, 1 full week of just this, I'll be able to finish it. So, I think maybe the last week in April, first week in May, I might do that, just to get this going. I thought about saving it for Stash Dash, but I don't know. It's kind of far. So, yeah, and it's very soft. It's a 50/50 merino silk. So, it's going to be a dream to wear once I can wear it. Okay. So that's, now we're all caught up. Hopefully this won't cut out again. Of course my computer died. Not died, closed. Screensavered. I don't know what is happening. So, before we get to the big work in progress, this was the Across the Pond shawl by Mina Phillip, and I'm knitting it out of a Homespun House half blood print, so it's my Snape shawl, and as you can now see, there's no more needles on it. Disclaimer, it's not the pattern, it's not the yarn. I messed up a whole row of these little pattern thing, and I did mess up like half of them. I think there's one row that I completely made it, so I want to go back and redo it, and I just haven't been paying attention to it close enough as I should while I knit it, so I don't think it's fair to the pattern or the yarn. My little yarn beard. And I'm really excited for the shawl, so I want to go back and I want to do it right. I don't want to just like, whatever, it's fine. So, I just haven't, when I've been knitting on it, I haven't been feeling it the way I want to feel it. Does that make sense? I just want to be fair to the design, to Mina, to Molly with this yarn, because they're all beautiful, and they're working together so beautifully. I just love it, and it's so soft, and I really do want the shawl, but I want to be fair to it. I want to love it while I do it, not look at it and go, oh, I should go back and redo that, oh, I wish I did that better. So, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know when I'm gonna frog this back when I get the needles back, because I needed the needles for another project. So, that's that. I'm in love with it. Truly, the colors, the pattern, it's just not what I've been craving at the moment, so I don't want to knit on it and be discouraged. And I'm keeping this in my Button is a Horcrux bag that Anna from the Welcome to My Craft Room made me for a bag swap, and it's holding 2 full cakes of yarn and this, and I can still take it out of my purse on the train or waiting at the train station and hold it on my wrist and knit from it, which looks a little silly, knitting a full shawl while standing instead of a sock, but it's very handy. I like the little, and this one, it's small enough that it can fit over my elbow, but it'll stay put better than the little sock one, which I can just sort of like throw on my shoulder if I have to. So, my variety of handles. I do like these handles. I'm definitely going to keep putting those on my bags. So, there we go. And that leads us to, ow, tits. The main event. About Tuesday night, I took these 2 skeins out of my stash and I just put them on the kitchen table and I looked at them and I just sighed over them. And then I was on Instagram and I noticed somebody posted this shawl picture, and I had to have it. I needed to knit it. And I looked at the 2 colors and I was like, yes, 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 I need this. So once again, I'm in the middle of a row. How do I keep doing this? So I stole the needles out of my Across the Pond, and I realized that this is what I want to knit on, and I'm not going to deny myself that, so I'm calling this Until We Meet Again, Claire Fraser, and this is the Pure Joy shawl by Hoki Locatelli, and I'm going to put a picture in here so you can see it, not this scrunched up thing. And this is the Variegated is the Claire inspired colorway by Bumblebee Fiber Farms that I got for my birthday. And then these little eyelet rows are Until We Meet Again by Skinny Dipping. And I cast this on Thursday night, and the only day I didn't work on it was Friday night. and yesterday. I think I put 2 stitches in it yesterday, and I'm already halfway, like a third of the way through the 3rd wedge, and there's 6 wedges. I'm in love with the pattern. I'm in love with the yarn. Like, this is what I dream about knitting. So there they are, caked up, and they are beautiful. They're so soft, and even though this is a Corriedale nylon blend and it's a 2-ply, and this is a superwash merino single ply, just the difference in texture is amazing. I wish you could feel this. I'm so in love with it. I'm loving the way that they're playing off of each other. I'm loving the way that they're knitting up together. I'm loving the pattern. I mean, I've got well over, I think I'm at 150 stitches, but because of the way it's designed, you're not knitting 150 stitches each time. You're increasing every row, but you're only knitting a third of the row at a time, and then by the time you have to knit them all, you would knit 3 rows, and then you're Iron's snoring. He's so sleepy. Yeah, the yarn's doing it so much justice. I just can't stop. I'm probably gonna knit on this while we chit chat in a couple sections. It's just beautiful, and now my yarn's all tangled up. Oh, whatever. Okay, I really don't know what's going on. It's kind of getting annoying. Yeah, I'm just in love with how this is working out. I'm going to try and knit and talk at the same time, even though I have to start picking stuff up soon. So yeah, I'm just gonna knit on this. I'm putting everything else sort of in a mini hibernation. I want to use this to sort of like cleanse my knitting palette. I just haven't been super in love with what I've been working on lately, and I have to count to 7, so 1, 2, 3, now I'm nervous, I'm not, 4, picking my stitches correctly, 5, oops, sorry, 6, 7, I picked the worst time to do this. Yeah, let's knit. Now you have to count. Okay. That back on. Turn that around. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. Yeah, I'm not even gonna put this in the bag because I'm gonna pick this up as soon as I'm done. That's my last work in progress. And this is in my freakish lemon bag that Adrian made me for my birthday. So, spinning is next, and then we'll do sewing. So, I had Balfar's challenge yesterday for the SCA, and it was our first outdoor event. I think it was our first big tourney since the coronation, so we have a new king and queen, who I haven't officially met yet, but they seem very nice. I talked to mostly my Baron and Baroness, and the Baron and Baroness to the next barony over. So, to make this less confusing, I'm in Dragonship Haven barony, and my 2 friends are in Barony Beyond the Mountain, but most of our events are in Barony Beyond the Mountain because that's where they go, because they live there, and I haven't gotten the courage to go to anything alone yet, so. But I do love my Baron and Baroness. They also have corgis, so they come to our corgi meetup and we chit chat, so I'm slowly getting more comfortable talking to people there. Oh man, I got burnt! Oh, I can feel it. Oh man, can you... Sorry, this is not to show you my sunburns. So I brought my spinning wheel since we were going to be sitting out. We essentially just hung out and ate and drank and played with the pups and walked around and shopped a little bit. So I brought my spinning wheel, which was super exciting. It's Edgar's first adventure. I got Edgar, who is the travel version of the Bluebonnet Honey and Ply, because I wanted to take him to events. So we went to some events and we spun up 2 ounces of Shetland wool. And this one, disclaimer, because we had the dogs, we were the... What happened here? We had all the children, essentially, hang out with us. And so I was spinning while we were all hanging out, and a couple of the girls, you know, wanted to check out the wheel because they've seen their parents spin, or just people at SCA events spin, because all of these children literally have been raised at SCA events. So this is the first Shetland, and this beautiful spinny design I let a couple of the girls just sit down and treadle the wheel to kind of get the feel for it, because they were just like, oh, can I pedal? I want to pedal. And then one of the girls, she was treadling and she got the treadling down. She's like, can I spin? I want to spin. I really want to spin. So I figured there's only 1 ounce of Shetland. I'm not going to get a lot out of it anyway. It's worth the sacrifice to sort of introduce it to her, because then she can go home and get her own wheel. This is one of the girls. I forgot her name. I don't think I know her actual name, just her SCA name. So this was her first spinning ever, and I don't think it's that bad. It's very twisty, as you can tell. I took the tension down because she just kept losing the yarn, so I'll probably unspin it and go back, because there's a lot of it. So you can see, there we go, that's my section, and then that's her section. So, and this is beautiful burgundy color, and I'm going to do a 2-ply with it, and it's going to go with the gray Shetland that I spun. And while I was spinning, a woman, forgot her name, she said I wouldn't forget it, but I forgot it, started talking to me about my spinning, and she does a lot of spinning and fleece prep, so I think I'm going to talk to her more about her and sort of have her be my mentor kind of thing on this whole medieval Renaissance fiber arts practice. I am sort of getting into cahoots with another woman who does a lot of dyeing and spinning and carding and all this wonderful stuff, and I just want to steal all of her knowledge. So this is what I did during court, and this is the other another 1 ounce of Shetland. So this will also be a 2-ply to go in a cowl. And another little girl came up and literally just stood there and watched me for about 5 minutes, and then very politely asked me if I could make her, she said she would make a circle scarf to go around, and I told her that's what I was going to make with it for a friend. And she asked if I could so kindly make her a little scarf out of blue, green, black, and red. So I might put together some scraps. I don't know if I'll ever see her again, but I figure a child's cowl is literally going to take 5 seconds. Audrey is so curled up and so cute. Iron's using my backpack as a pillow on the floor. They're so tired. So I might whip that up with a couple scraps just because she'll be so happy. I also did not catch her name, but she was very sweet and kept coming over to watch. So that is, will also be a 2-ply. I'll probably do that next weekend. And that is it for spinning. Sewing. Here's my Anna dress. Yep. Still haven't done anything. It's printed out. It's ready to go. Everything's measured properly, but I just haven't had the chance to cut it out. So, depending on how well today goes, I'm doing this super early. My laptop's about to fall. Because I have to go to the laundromat and do laundry because I didn't have time to go to my parents this weekend, and I can't do laundry in one day there because our dryer is older than Thor himself. So it takes about 4 cycles to dry stuff, and we have a lot of clothes we have to do, so I would be there for like 6 days straight. So I have to go to the laundromat, and I'm going to edit this video while I'm there because I hate going to the laundromat and sitting. Yeah. Everyone says, oh, but you can knit. I get 4 hours of knitting a day during the week, and I have a lot of things I have to do on the weekends, and I don't want to spend them sitting at the laundromat. So, rant over. This is the Anna dress. I'm going to try and get this cut out and put on muslin so I can do a mock-up. So, that's that. I don't have the green dress with me because it's in the laundry because I got covered in dirt and red stuff from our carpets. So, this didn't exist last week, but this was the sewing I did. It is my SCA kirtle. So, I use this in place of a corset, and it's essentially my underwear. So, yeah. This one was all machine sewed. I know I wanted the strongest stuff, even though this will not be the end result for the ribbons. I just haven't made the cord yet. Had some oopsies with the buttonholes because I was getting so frustrated with myself about this and about work stuff. So I accidentally ripped through a buttonhole. So this one's just literally held together by thread. So I'm going to make another one out of this. Another one of these out of wool and then a wool linen blend. This is like a weird polyester linen blend, but it's very good. It's lightweight. It's a really good summer, and it's swooshy. All of my threads. So that's it. I wore this yesterday, and I'll try and get some pictures. I took a couple videos of the fighting and the dogs and stuff, but I didn't get any pictures of me. So I also made a smock, which is also in the wash. Going to be in the wash. It's in the hamper somewhere because it was sweaty. So I didn't want to show that off gross and sweaty. And that's my sewing. So if I can open my laptop again, and this is going to cut out in about 2 minutes, because that's the trend apparently. Did that. Stash building. So I've been really good. I took myself off the yarn diet and then I stopped buying yarn. So we're just gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna get some coffee first, because I'm talking really fast. Sorry. So for the yarn I got, I'm doing the traveling socks from Anna's Welcome to My Craft Room, and there's about 5 of us in there, and one of the ladies who, she's not going to join the socks because she lives in Chile, so shipping would just be out of control and take forever. So we used her as our indie dyer for it, and that is Connie from Chili Knits, and I got the So Fresh colorway, and she included this adorable sleeping kitten stitch marker that isn't turning around. Well, there's its back. There it is. And this is $75.25. Superwash Merino 4-ply. And just look at those colors. Ah, oh, they're so bright, and I'm so happy with it. I cannot wait to dig into this. The knitting starts, we have to ship everything out May 9th. So I have to print out my pattern for everyone and set up the packaging, because I'm going to try and send some goodies along with it. I don't know how this is going to work, because I'm mailing to one person, but I want to make goodies for everyone, so I think I might just make little packets and then just sort of like put their names on it, and then as I mail them out, they take theirs and they just sort of continue sending the little goodies with the socks. So they will be knit on US size 1, and I will put a picture of the pattern I'm going to use here because I don't have the book. It's in the living room. This is so bright. I'm just so excited for it. It's so cheerful and it's so happy. I love it, and it's so soft. I'm so happy with it. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm hoping I can get the Outlander socks done before I cast these on, because I want to try and be more productive and thoughtful about what I'm knitting and not just sort of willy-nilly go knit, cast on crazy. I think that's what happened to me, and that's where I went wrong. We're gonna give you puppy intermission while I go grab my other thing, because everyone wanted more dogs. So here's Audrey sleeping. Also, I'm still in my pajamas, so don't judge. Okay, so because Jake doesn't watch this, I went for a couple things to the SCA market and I came home with none of them. So the first shop we stopped at that I bought something was Auntie Arwen's, and I'll put a link to her website. She has teas, spices, salts, sugars, rubs, salad dressing kind of things, cinnamon stick, vanilla beans, that sort of thing. And she has this amazing, I get a lot of headaches, and I have a slight suspicion that some of them are due to my wisdom teeth that have to come out, but I don't want to find a new dentist, and I have hair in my eye, so I'm making crazy face. Yeah, I get really bad headaches a lot, and her tea does wonders, and I'm out, so I went to go get some more, but she ran out of room in the truck for tea, so I'm going to do an online order. But due to what Jake's birthday present is going to be, I told her what I was getting him, and I asked if she had any really good recommendations. So she gave me, didn't give me, she offered me the Hunter's pack of spices. And I wish you could smell them. I already went through a Druid smoked sea salt, which was amazing, and we have a Sriracha salt, which is so good, and a razzleberry salt, which I put on, I made a Gigundo strawberry rhubarb Pop-Tart. So I just took the frozen Puff Pastry stuff. There's 2 sheets, you roll them out, and then you make essentially like a very thick pie filling out of it. And then you just make a giant, like, 1 sheet's the bottom, 1 sheet's the top, Pop-Tart, and then bake it. And I sprinkled the raspberry salt on it, and it was so good. So I got these 4, I have like coffee shakes, so spices. And she does a lot of salt-free stuff, so then if you have dietary needs, she can accommodate. And a lot of the stuff they mix themselves. So if you want a certain rub, but you don't want all of the hot pepper in it, they can make it without the hot pepper in it. So I got Jake, if you watch this, weird, look away, even though I already ruined it for you. The Moose and Goose Wild Game Mix, Hunter's Heaven Series Game Rub, Forest Lord Salt-Free Blend, and Fisherman's Treat Really Good Fish Rub. So she said that these help if you get a lot of gamey stuff, like venison or elk or bison or something like that. If there's like a weird greasy taste, because a lot of gamey meats have that, it'll help. There's juniper berry in there, so that helps like cut it. Or if you have freezer burn stuff, but you still kind of gotta eat it, helps cover up weird tastes. That's what they told me, and I laughed for days. And I got the fish one because Jake does like seafood a lot. I hate seafood. It's a texture thing and a smell thing. I mean, we grew up eating like frozen fish sticks on Fridays during Lent, and it just smelled gross and it tasted gross. I ate crab for like a week once, and then I came home and I didn't like it anymore. But he loves seafood, so I'm excited. I think I'm gonna get him some like really nice salmon fillets or something for this. He had some and then they all went bad. And I was sad for him. I was happy for my nose, but yeah. So this will be part of his birthday present. And I was super excited to at least visit there because they have 2 different kinds of Hungarian paprika, and I almost bought some, but I don't really use Hungarian paprika that much, but I want to. Or they had like cinnamon vanilla beans, so good, but I don't use them that often. So I'll put the link in the show notes. So it's Auntie Arwen's, and she's got fantastic teas. Yes, Munchkin, are you so stretchy? She's just like stretching and rolling around on the floor. Oh, and now Iron's in the bed spot. So yeah, she also has a really good lady tea that sort of helps everything. It's beautiful. Like, you could feel like you're dying, and then after that you're fine. You're set. It's beautiful. So what else I got? We stopped at a booth of a lady who was selling fleeces, and you could either buy the whole thing or buy it by the ounce. And I tried to get my friend to buy a spinning kit because she has Shelties and she really wants to spin Shetland. So we went over there a couple times, and I picked up Romney. I'm so excited for it. It's natural brown Romney prepared roving, I guess. Oh, it smells like sheep still too. Is that weird? I'm super excited. I've never spun with it before. It's like a rustic, it's soft but like sturdy. Like, I know this will be able to take a beating once it's knit up into something. I'm so excited for it. I think because I got 4 ounces, I'm gonna try and do like a 2 or a 3 ply with it. Maybe I'll do a 2 ply with it, see how much yardage I get, and either do like a really warm hat or a really warm like cowl out of it. I just think it's gonna be really good, hardy winter knit. I might knit something up for Jake out of this. We'll see how much I get out of it. Because he does have, if he keeps up this rate, he's gonna have a whole knit wardrobe by next year between me, my mom, and Adrian, because they knit him stuff every year for Christmas, and he just lovingly places it on the back of his chair and around his desk. I need to get him like a little shelf for his hand knits. And then we walked around some more, and I almost bought another drop spindle, but I already have 4. Oh, I have text. So we stopped at the booth because I was trying to get my friend to buy a spindle, and I picked up some Icelandic. I think this is about 4 ounces, and they were super cheap. It was $2 an ounce. This came out to $4, I think, and this is 4 ounces. And this too, it's so soft, and it's just beautiful gray, and it's such a sturdy fiber, and it's not even, I mean, look at that. And this was all these are local Connecticut sheeps, and my hair is doing really weird things. I think I still have hat head from yesterday. So I don't think I'm gonna dye this. I'm gonna leave it, and I'm gonna pair it with, I've got some bright pink and like bright blue and bright yellow fiber that I think I'm gonna, when I spin those up, I'll pair them together and do either like a really rustic shot. Oh, could I? If I spin enough. Oh, maybe. We'll see. Well, maybe I'll do like a cropped cardigan if I get enough. Because I could always do the button band and the cuffs and stuff in commercially spun. And I can always... They have been at 3 events so far, so I can always get more of their fiber. Oh, the things I could do. So that's what I got. I mean, I finished 1, 2, 3, 4 braid / bumps for the year so far, and it's only April 17th. So I have my spin the bin is on track / I really want to spin my next loop bump, so I might do that after I finish the Shetland. So I had to restock my fiber stash. My bin is so airy that I have to put more fiber in it, even though my bin is very tiny. But I'm excited for them. Not the prettiest bags, but they're very soft and rustic. Oh, maybe I can do like a little capelet, like a little knit partlet out of it. Yes. So, with stash done, what is next is SEA stuff, so I'm gonna pause, upload the video, and come back. Okay. So, oh, my socks are dirty. The thing you notice. That leads us into SEA stuff, and as I've been saying, Balfar's challenge was yesterday. It was a whole bunch of fun. It was super nice to sort of get back into the swing of stuff. Our next event is May 14th, and it is a demo day. I'll put links to the information, so if you are in the Connecticut area and you want to check out this SEA stuff, it's a demo day to show people what we do. So come hang out. I will be there, and I will have yarn to be dyeing, and I'm so excited. Yeah. Which I'm going to do shop stuff and then chit chat. So if you just came for the knitting, thank you so much. And if not, stick around. We don't have a shop update. Let me get some coffee. My computer's going nuts. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update of where I'm at. So I got this new base, which is gonna get super blown out. I think we're gonna call it the Cecil base, and it is, shoot. Put the bag down. It is 40-40-20 baby alpaca, wool, and silk, and it's a DK weight in a single ply, and it is so soft. And I started testing with it. I'll put a picture up here. I'm working on a solar dye with walnut bark, so that's going, and then this is it in the gilded teacup colorway, and it's so fun to see how the different fibers take the different dyes. I did it the exact same way, same amount of water, same amount of dye that I usually do for the fig or the ginger base, and I just love the way, like, some of it didn't catch as much, but then other parts got it a lot. It's just beautiful, and it's so soft. I love it. So I'm gonna I might put this one up in the shop, and I'm not gonna have like an update for a little bit. I do have a lot of yarn ready and waiting to go, and I've got another yarn order coming in because I didn't get a chance to get any of the ginger base back in, so I'm gonna do that and then do a couple big dye days. So by the end of the month, and then I'll probably do, because I'm going to bring a good hunk of yarn to Sir William's demo to do natural dyeing with. So after that demo day, I'll do another big dye. I think I might just do a big natural dye update. So I just wanted to let you guys know this is what I'm playing with, and I love it. I think I'm going to knit my friend a Babel hat. So I was going to do it out of scraps out of a bunch of stuff, but I think I might do it out of this because she's got the skin sensitivity of a baby. So this will be perfect. It's so soft. Iron! Grumpy McGrumpy Pants! I can hear you still. People walked by with their dog. It sounds like someone's scraping our driveway. It's cray out there. And all of our windows are open because we live in an attic apartment, so it was like 80 degrees this morning when we woke up. So I'm trying to air us out. But because we don't have the windows open that often, the dogs are going nuts from the noise. Dogs, what are you gonna do? We gotta desensitize them somehow. So this is what I'm playing with, and I'm having so much fun. If you guys want to see any of specific colorways on this base, let me know. I was gonna play a lot with tonals, but if you want to see anything specific, holla. We'll see what I can do. We'll see what happens. It's definitely a lot of experimenting. I'm trying to got a little iron. I got a little rambunctious with a couple of the skeins, and nothing turned out the way I wanted it to. So I have to figure out my feng shui for dyeing again. I just got a little too rambunctious. So shop stuff. You know, super exciting. Chit chat / puppies. Again, Balfar's challenge. It's really what we did. The puppies came with us and they had so much fun. The Baroness's daughter from Barony Beyond the Mountain was in charge of the dogs all day, and she was very good about it. She was there when all the kids wanted to go in and play, because we just brought 3 pens so we could corral them in, and then we would have 1 or 2 out at a time to just sort of walk around and connect with people. So they went on lots of walks because all the kids wanted to take them on walks, so we let them take Audrey because she was a puller, but probably the best behavior around other dogs and people. Iron gets a little loud and growly around other dogs until he meets them, so I didn't want him to scare anybody else or drag these kids across the lawn. So Audrey went on about 5 walks around the field, and then hung out. What did we do the weekend before? Penny got the okay to play again, so we will be going up to my parents soon because Penny missed her brother so much. Oh yeah, we were up there last weekend because my laptop hard drive died Thursday. Completely dead. My dad has it, so we're gonna see if we can send it out and get anything recovered from it, because the only thing of importance on there was all of the puppy pictures, from Audrey being a puppy to the new puppies. So I'm very sad I lost all those photos, but I didn't really lose anything else of importance. A couple sock patterns, but. So we took apart my laptop about 4 times, put in my brother's old hard drive from college, so we had a window Mac for a little bit, and ordered a new hard drive, put that in the other day, so now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm missing. And Adobe. I lost my Adobe suite, and I'm really mad about that because I got my laptop from my college, so it came with all the Adobe stuff, and now I have to re-download everything. So hard. Life's so tough. So yeah, that's been that. I ordered some lights for photo and podcasting, which I don't have to use because today is so sunny, and hoping that'll get me back into photo stuff. We'll see. Am I missing anything? Nope. That's it. I'm tired. The puppies are tired. I have to go do things. I have to be an adult. Ew, gross. I have to figure out if I'm sunburned or not. Yeah. I do have a question for the week, and that is, where do you guys keep your project bags and works in progress while they're in project bags? Like, I have a Christmas basket on a side table in the living room, and therefore my project bags are literally all over the house, and it's a mess, and I'm trying to be a little bit more organized. about everything because it just makes me super anxious when it's not now. So, what do you guys do? I don't have a lot of space. It is a 1-bedroom apartment. And I mean, there's some decent size project bags. So, where do you guys keep them? What do you do? Help? Yeah. So, I'm gonna hopefully edit this and get it up today. And yeah, I'm gonna go do some laundry and knit on my shawl and probably take a nap because I'm exhausted from yesterday. My shoulders are super sore and I don't know why. So yeah, I hope everybody has a good couple of weeks. And event updates before I forget. I will be at Connecticut Sheep and Wool on April 30th. And I know that's supposed to be a podcast day, but I'm not going to podcast beforehand because I'm carpooling up with my knit group. So I will have, here it is. This is my official yarn bag for events. Come up, say hello if you are there. I'm more than happy to meet you. This will be my bag. If you see this bag, it is me. And if you want to come say hi, come say hi. I'm going to be a bunch with all of my knit group ladies, so don't be scared by the large group of enthusiastic people. They're fantastic and they will enable you completely and utterly. So I will be at Connecticut Sheep and Wool, and that's in Vernon, Connecticut, I think. And I don't have my calendar. I haven't set it up. I'm going to Stitches Midwest this year. Mama Gergs and Adrian were definitely going, and I got my tax return, and I said, why not? There's whispers in the wind of Stitches East coming back, but we have no definite thing. So August 4th through 7th is Stitches Midwest, and it's in Illinois, so I will be there. I will have the same bag, but that's a little whiles away, so any major changes I will let you know about then. And I'm super excited for it. I've signed up for one class Sunday morning at 8:30, so if you're in the historical knitting class, yay, let me know. Let's be friends. None of the three of us are not taking any classes together. We sort of split them up, so then, I don't know, stuff, it's still so far away. So those are the upcoming events. I wanted to go to Maryland Sheep and Wool, but I just don't know if it's in the budget. I'm trying to save up for things. Our landlord is thinking about selling the building, so we're nervous that the new landlord will realize how cheap our rent is and then raise it on us. So I just want to have an emergency thing back up for that. And there's War of the Roses for SCA is in May as well in New York, and there's a camping, the Great War. The Great War is in Maine, but I don't think that's until June. So Jenny and Devin, maybe I'll, depending on where we are, maybe we can have a little bit of a knit group, because we'll be camping, because it's about a 4-hour drive up to that event. So we'll do some SCA glamping, if you will, for that, and I'm super excited. I'm hoping to get a couple more dresses done. I don't have any big SCA dresses planned yet, but we'll see what happens like tomorrow when I get inspired. So yeah, I'm rambling. Puppies are tired. I'm hungry now. Oh no, I'm gonna go. There's a dog barking. Have a good week.